All right. Shalom. Shalom. Let me get straight into this lesson. But this is the beloved brother from Kansas City was going into this. Give me 1 second. I want to make this statement. He's going into this video right here. I ain't going to even play it. It's so pathetic. You know what I'm saying? This Edomite crying and, you know what I'm saying, breaking down because he can't handle it. You know what I'm saying? This is what we've been dealing with this shit over 400 plus years. Being discriminated on. It's been unfair for us. Our women, most of our women have turned our backs on us. Right? Being in captivity, slavery, rape, robbery, and pillaging, right? Being discriminated on, to get so-called employment, right? All kind of shit. It's endless with Jake. You know what I'm saying? That there's things that we have to endure and that we still have to endure in this hellhole called America, right? So these Edomites can't handle pressure, right? They can't handle the things that we've been through. A lot of you Jakes, you're gonna have compassion for this devil, but you don't have compassion for your own people. Right? They're going to show you that you're still in the Stockholm syndrome. I'm just saying the Jakes that's outside of this truth, right? So now, now you want to cry. And Jake, you know what I'm saying? Our people have been crying for over 400 years, but you said pull yourself up by your own bootstraps. Stop complaining, right? That it's equal opportunity for everybody. That's nothing but a fucking lie. But now you devils starting to get a taste of what we've been dealing with for over 400 plus years, man. Right? I don't even want to watch this pathetic shit. Because you Edomites, you want to play the victim, when things is not going your way, we all need to come together now, right? We need to all come together and work together now since things ain't going your way, right? What about our plight? What about the things that we've been through as a nation that you devils don't give a damn about? You just say, get over it. Pull yourself up by your own bootstraps, right? So let's go here. You devils got your day coming, right? And go holler at the elites. They the ones set the small hatters, the ones set this system up of oppression. And then you have the lower middle class Edomites that did a lot of oppression as well, right? So it was never ending, and it's still Jake still catching hell. Nothing never changed. But some of you devils starting to see how getting a taste of what it is to be a so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American, and you already in fucking tears. Weak ass. Lamentations 4:22. But you devils got a long captivity coming, right? 1,000-year captivity. So get ready because you ain't saw nothing yet. It says the punishment, Lamentations 4:22. It says the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. So we coming out of our captivity, right? We're going to be released from under this system of oppression that came with this image of so-called white Jesus, which pushed so-called white supremacy. And then when you don't agree with this, they call you a hate group, or they say you're extremist, or they say that you're crazy, right? But how you gonna use this image? See, you're a devil and a hypocrite. You use this image right here to brainwash the people, indoctrinate them, rape, rob, and pillaging under this. This is a god of war right here, right? This is the god of evil, right? Use this image to subdue, brainwash people, indoctrinate them, rape, rob, and pillage, right? Make them bow down to this image. And then you gonna turn around and say, start talking about love? Are you fucking serious? What a devil. Let's go here. Read this again. The punishment of thine iniquity. So, Jake, if you just waking up and you wonder why we catching so much hell as a nation and you can't never catch a break, and it just seems like it's endless oppression and it just on the brink of you're on the brink of insanity. This is why, Jake, you're under curses for disobeying the Heavenly Father, right? So we telling you why, but a lot of you ninjas don't want to just you don't want to accept the answer, right? A second, cut this off. All right, so let me get back into this. The punishment of thine iniquity, right, is accomplished. O daughter of Zion, that's talking about the nation of Israel, so-called Blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans, and the scattered Israelites that among the heathens, and some of them look like heathens. He said, he would no more carry thee away into captivity. That's why you seeing the nations gathered together for World War III. Right? So this is going to be our last captivity. And you ninjas are still in captivity just because you can freely go to Chick-fil-A. Jake is too simple. Right? Jake think he free. But your ass, let you not produce in this society. Your ass will be out in the streets. Right? Under a bridge. It says he would visit the Anan iniquity, O daughter of Edom. So you're going to get visited. You got to pay for all this shit you have done. And that's why these so-called white people gave you this skewed version of Christianity where he pumped this love shit in your head, Jake, to keep you docile and keep you under control. Don't you see this? All right, what was the love at when they was pushing this white Jesus and taking people's lands and lynching little babies, throwing little babies to alligators? What was the love at then? You Jake's too simple. It says, "Our daughter of Edom, he would discover that sin." So the so-called white man, the so-called white population, right, have gave you fake nationalities. They gave you fake money. They give you fake foods, GMO foods. They gave you a fake society that that you believe in. Most of our people that's outside of this truth, they really believe in this place. They can't see nothing other than this. But you're gonna have to pay for everything, man. And tears is not gonna undo all this. They go back into Genesis when Esau he he saw it carefully with tears, right? When he sold his birthright, you know what I'm saying? We'll go into that another day. But Revelation 13 and 10. See, you thought the Bible was all about love. You thought the Most High Yahweh was all love and good all the time. You Jakes have been hoodwinked. You've been tricked. The God that they talking about don't exist. That's a fantasy that the so-called white man gave you, right? You think anything mean or anything like stern coming out from the men that's hate speech. You crazy. You don't know what the Bible talking about because you under Stockholm syndrome and you under that plantation Christianity. Revelations 13 and 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Ain't that no more than right? You thought the Bible was about this animated character right here, which is Cesare Borgia. Let me go back to it. That comes from Serapis Christos, right? That look like a woman. This not our Messiah. You got to be crazy. Let's go back here. He that killeth with the sword. So the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, his blessing was the sword. The sword came with death, destruction, changing people's nationality, breaking their tongue, like the language that they spoke, breaking that, giving them English, right? Giving them Spanish, all these other languages, stripping their identity from them, making our people dress like you, making our people celebrate your traditions and your holidays. And Jake's so stupid now, they just willfully follow this now because they don't know better. All right? He that killeth with the sword, and this is in your Bible. Some people say, what Bible are we reading from? The same Bible that you got in your car that's sitting on the dashboard that you don't read. This the same Bible. This in there. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and faith of the saints, which will be the saints are the Israelites. It ain't when the saints come marching in, stupid little ninjas. It ain't that. That the saints are the Israelites. I can prove that, right? So let's go here. Sometimes we got to talk stupid to Jake to make them get it. And it ain't no fun when a rabbit got the gun. All right. So you Edomites, get ready for this. Enjoy the last little bit that you can. Because this captivity that you're going into going to be something that you can't really comprehend. Y'all think it's a joke. Y'all was laughing at us when we first came with this doctrine. When we told you World War III was going to happen and the micro C was going to come, people was laughing, scoffers. We don't see those scoffers no more. Where you at? It says the saying ain't no fun when a rabbit got the gun. It's like when the tables turn or roles get reversed. Now you seeing what it is to be on child support, to be the so-called white man, some of them barely be able to pay your bills. In some cases, you can't even pay your bills, right? To be troubled with car trouble, be troubled, all kind of stuff that you can't imagine. They set this rap music up to snare Jake. That's why a lot of these Jakes in prison are dead behind this music that the so-called white man funded. He put the money behind it, and he put the money behind these artists to fuck you Jakes up, right? It said means that when someone who usually in a weaker position takes charge, things become less enjoyable or advantageous for those who were in power before. So it's getting ready to go down. You got all these things going on this earth, and a lot of you Jakes in La La Land. The Jakes of the world still trying to some kind of way finesse their way to the top, right? The top of what? Right? So get what you can and keep it moving. It says being out of touch with reality, Salakia. La La Land, right? It says being out of touch with reality, usually due to bliss or ignorance. So you Jakes love to be in ignorance. You love it. That's like your abode. That's your resting place, ignorance, right? And that ignorance had got you pretty much all the way destroyed, man. What Hosea say? My people destroyed for lack of knowledge because they reject knowledge, right? They don't want to be enlightened. They want to be stay in fucking darkness, right? So everything here been unfair for us. It's been a nightmare, you know what I'm saying, for Jake. And these Edomites, when they was doing well, a lot of them was, you know what I'm saying, they already are enemies. But they was saying you Jakes need to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Stop complaining. Get a job, right? Pretty much saying that your suffering don't mean nothing. That's exactly what they were saying. So you devils pull yourself up by your bootstraps. All right. The phrase pull yourself up by your bootstraps currently means being able to do something by yourself, no matter your circumstances. So Jake been set up in the ghetto. They've been set up to fail. It says, woe to him that put the bottle to his neighbor. Right? I think I'm gonna get that next. So these Edomites set these Jakes up to fail, all of us. Right? Then they say, you know, we giving you everything to fail. Now you need to succeed. How the fuck you gonna do that? Right? They set up the rap music. They set up welfare system. They set up the projects. They set up these redlining when they got the wealth on one side of town, on side of the line, of the the particular neighborhood, and the other side is poverty. They set you Jakes up to fail. They give you all these different enchantments on your mind. They gave you feminism, right? A lot of you Jake women waking up out of that, right? It says this phrase implies you should be able to achieve wealth and success. Often, the phrase is welded at people who live in poverty. So that's a sneak attack on you, so-called Blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans. When they say pull yourself up by your own bootstraps, they basically saying the hell with your suffering, nigga. That's what they saying, right? Without saying it. So-called Blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans. So this whole thing has been unfair, rigged up. We've been discriminated on every single thing that you could think of, right? And it's still going on to this very day. Ain't nothing changed. So, look, we don't want to hear it, but I don't want to see the tears. We don't want to hear that shit, the sobbing. It is what it is. Why Jake not crying? We the ones that need to be crying, right? Falling apart because of all the shit we've been through and the things that we currently go through. It's madness, all right? But hopefully this lesson was edifying. Call Allah Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rachat, Kodash, Shalom.